Welcome to the AFL180, brought to you by Guru.com.au. It's been a big week in footy. North Melbourne, Richmond and the Power all made huge statements last week. The SADA report into drugs in the AFL is finished, with bits and pieces leaking out ahead of the public release of the document. West Coast Eagles captain Darren Glass signs for another year, while Buddy declares he wants to stay at the Hawks. So let's get into it. I'm the Betting Guru. Back with us this week is Jono and Vava.
G'day.
I just love the fact that Betting Guru can't say welcome to AFL180. He has to say welcome to the AFL180. Is there another AFL180 we need to be worried about?
Did I actually say the?
Yes.
Yeah, so we are the best AFL180 out there. Let's just put it that. All right, let's have a look at last week's results. There was some really great games. Friday night, big statement. North Melbourne came out against Geelong, against the odds, pulled out a win. What do we think about that one?
Absolutely loved it. It was one of the tips that got my weekend off to a brilliant start. And they didn't fluke it either, which was nice. They actually genuinely played the better game on Friday night, I thought.
Oh, absolutely. Very disappointed in my tip with the Cats at the line, which really which absolutely didn't come off.
But Cats head to head, so I was still hoping, but it didn't happen.
The Roos are by far the best team.
Actually, I was in hospital on Friday night watching that. But anyway, that's a different story.
Yeah, Roos by far the best team outside the 8 at the moment.
There's not that much to pick and choose from, but okay, agreed.
Well,
Agreed.
I mean, it's really between them and Carlton.
And Carlton are really not much chop. But then again, North aren't much chop either. Look, the thing is, I really do think that Geelong are pacing themselves a little now. They're comfortably in the 8, they're comfortably in the 4. They got enough matches of Skilled or Shell or Simmons or whatever it is now. I think they'll obviously get there. You know, these losses are never a bad thing for contenders, in my opinion.
Mm. And then
You almost need a downtime just before the finals to get refocused and understand what it's like what you need to do to actually win a game.
They'll start resting players now. They'll get rid of a few of them. I think it'll be.
They've been resting them the whole time.
They'll
suspension.
Yeah.
yeah, maybe that's what it is. Maybe they just draw a name out of a hat every week and say it's your turn.
Stevie.
To knock someone out.
No, they're just trying to get rid of the carryover points.
So North Melbourne after that is on percentage of 122.2.
We'd have to look it up, but
they got a better percentage than Essendon, who's 5th.
We'd need to see if would have to be one of the records for missing out on the finals.
Yeah, to have that sort of percentage and not make the finals.
Yeah.
Mind you, basically everyone down to Adelaide still has a chance because Essendon might not be playing finals.
Well, why do they still have a chance? Because frickin' Angus Mumphreys cost me my Adelaide head-to-head bet, which neither of you took, with his off break from 50 metres they pulled out of his ass, followed by Chad Wingard, who's actually an amazing player. But
it saved my bet.
Yeah, you guys.
Because of that.
Same. Yeah.
But if they don't win that, Port's on 10 wins, Carlton's on 9, North's on 8, and Adelaide's on 8. It's wide open.
It's wide open, yeah, exactly. But unbelievable game, though. Absolutely unbelievable game of football. I mean, Adelaide should never have lost it, but Port have got a lot of spirit under Hinkley.
Yeah, totally different team.
They choked about 3 separate occasions in the last 3 minutes.
And look, we haven't actually given Michael the Guru any crap yet about the fact that his beloved Demons
lost to the only undefeated team.
Well, they didn't just
or
lose.
Undefeated.
They got touched up.
It wasn't. I gotta tell you, I watched a part of it. The difference in talent on the field was quite noticeable.
At no point did Melbourne actually get close to even pulling it back somewhat. It was just like, look at the line of the margin, and it just kept blowing out.
Well, early in the first quarter, I think they were up by 3 goals to 1 or something, and then from there, that was it.
I maintain, I think they're going to be better than Gold Coast. That forward line is going to be a thing of beauty between. One thing I wanted to ask you, Jono, Wingard, All-Australian team? I think yes.
There's some stiff competition, but across a half-forward flank, I mean, there's no other midfielders there. They gave a stat on the radio the other day that midfielders averaging over, I think, 20 possessions or 24 possessions a game. He's kicked 35 goals this year.
It's crazy.
No one has kicked that many goals. There's absolutely no reason
He's
why
a match
he should
winner
not
too.
be an All-Australian half-forward flank.
For sure. Unbelievable second year. Just incredible. And GWS passed on him 5 times.
Yeah. And I passed on him on Supercoach, and it's come back to bite me.
Speaking of Supercoach, let me mediate this one a little. Moderate, if you will. I believe the betting guru is matching up in 2 of his leagues against Jono for the right to absolutely destroy the other person on next week's podcast. In 2 leagues. The betting guru in the main league he cares about finished 5th, and Jono finished 8th.
Finished 8th despite being the second highest scoring team in that league.
That was such a disgrace. I missed out by less than 2% on making the top 4 and getting a chance to go straight through to the preliminary.
As we all know, 2% can make quite a lot
Meanwhile,
of difference.
Jono snuck in just because of other results. 3 other results had to go his way
I did
for him to get in.
3 or 4 teams I needed to lose, and they all did.
And they all did.
And aren't we all grateful? So I have to say, I'm willing to make a bet this week. You know, if whoever gives me the juiciest...
Yeah, this week I'm bringing in Griffin, Dangerfield, and
And...
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got 3 trades up his sleeve that he can
I'm
use in
organising
1
it.
week, apparently.
I'm organising it with the guy that does the site.
Excellent, wonderful. So what you're saying is that to bet on you, I'd have to take a bit of a line. What's the line you're giving to Jono, at which point you consider yourself...
About 200 points is about
All right,
right.
excellent.
Yeah.
Jono, so there you go. If you get within 100, you've won the matchup.
But I'm the only person in the entire league carrying Chad Wingard. I couldn't trade him out when he was doing badly, and now he's getting 150 points.
It would help if he kicked a few more match-winning goals in the coming weeks. Well, maybe not for Jono. Jono, who do you need? Cyril?
He needs to have a downer this week, I think.
Well, Jono is a massive Hawks fan, so he has got a Hawks contingent, who, by the way, are playing the Saints this week.
Yes.
And there has been no greater bunnies for the Hawks and Cyril than the Saints. He loves to tear us up.
Yes, well, look, let's hope we put in a better performance than we did, or a more committed performance than we did against Richmond, who just absolutely flogged us in every part of the game.
Incredible. 7 goals difference. Probably none of us picked that, is that right? No, you picked
I
Richmond
went
at the line.
Yeah, I was very confident that Richmond would cover.
Interesting.
Speaking of the line...
So last week I did say Richmond had to make a statement that week because they hadn't beaten anyone really good.
And
that would make a statement before the finals. And they not only got close, but they actually won comfortably.
Yeah. Speaking of line bets, we had some interesting...
Screw jobs, I'll say them.
Discussions during the week with regards to, is it better to take the plus line or the minus line, back the favourite or back the underdog? And the stats so far this year don't help to support either case. There's been
50-50?
162 games. 82 have gone in favour of the line favourite, and 80 have gone in favour have gone for the line underdog.
Yeah.
Well, I've been betting line underdogs, as you guys probably have seen for most of the season. It clearly hasn't paid off for me because I'm still in last place after this week.
It doesn't make sense for anything else to be true because if a certain bet is taking precedence and more people are betting on the favourite at the minus, the odds change. They get worse for the favourite.
Fair enough.
The line changes and it should correct itself as you go. So you shouldn't ever have a situation where all the bets are going on one side and the odds don't change.
Fair enough.
You know?
But there are more possible scenarios where the underdog line could be true because the underdog can win or can lose by less than a certain score, whereas the favourite line has to score more than that.
Yeah, but there's just as much chance of it.
Well, according to the odds, anyway.
According to the odds.
Well, for the listeners of last week, I got screwed both by the Bulldogs by 5 points after Swans were 40 plus up and I made that bet.
Yeah.
And then by the Brisbane Lions, who managed to let the Saints kick the last 2 goals of the match to lose me my minus 32.5 bet. So
Let's just read out the results.
Oh, okay.
So this is the competition between the 3 of us where we're trying to see who's the best tipper out there, who's got the best betting going. Last week, now I feel weird about announcing this, but I've won 3 weeks in a row. Right? This time it was by 70 cents from Vova. So I got 108.90 payout with 67% accuracy, and Vova got 108.20 with 67% accuracy. So almost even.
Well,
and Jono had a bit of a worse week, $83.20, but picking 5.
Yeah, so Vova actually got off to an awesome start. He picked the first 5 results.
I was still going wonderfully, bloody
And then got one
with
of
3
the-
minutes to go
got
in the Adelaide match. I
one
was
of the
crazy,
last
boys.
4, whereas the Guru missed the first 3 and came home with the last 6.
Yeah.
And I just scattered myself across the weekend.
I like that summary.
So overall, the ladder is Jono's still first, 936, and Betting Guru, myself, 870, and Vova's 837. So it's kind of still looks pretty even. I've won 3 in a row, and I'm still so far away from.
Well, you're taking. If you have a look at the percentages, you guys have both won 54% of the bets, and haven't beaten me by that much. Where I've won only 42% of my bets, but I'm only 100% points behind the
A
lead.
couple of lucky ones come off.
Yeah, well, I'm taking much riskier bets. So I think my payoffs are bigger, but they're much less frequent, unfortunately.
Now,
So as a result of it being so close, we're actually going to change the rules up a little bit this week. So whereas previously we could make the same bet as somebody else, this week we're going to draw a game out of the hat, and if you pull the game that you pull out, you get to bet first, and then we're going to go.
so we'll just do 3 each.
So we'll get 3 first. We'll get 3
3
games
picks
first each, and 3 games second each, 3 games third. So you can't do the same bet as somebody else has already done. So this will mean that everyone has a different bet every week, which may guarantee somebody a win, or may guarantee nobody a win.
Love it.
No, I think that's going to be good.
So I think we should start this with, let's just go in
Well,
order. Betting
no,
Guru,
you're-
myself, and
you're,
John.
you're the no. So we're going to draw out of the hat, and Vova seems you're coming last.
Well, hang on. There's a few more games you want to talk about from last week.
Well, what games you want to talk about?
Well, for example, Collingwood Essendon.
Well,
That was a pretty big game.
Yeah, I
It's
gotta
supposed
tell
to
you,
be a pretty big game.
I think the drugs wore off last week because they looked shocking.
they made it to round 15 last year. They've got to round 19 this year.
Look, I don't think it's the drugs. I think it's the psychology of it. This week there was bits and pieces are leaking from the SADA investigation, and it's clear that there's a big chance that Essendon may not play finals. So that's got a devastating effect on all these guys that have been going hard all year trying to get the wins on the board. They have done, and they've pulled it. Everyone's been expecting them to do so badly, and they're sitting 5th, doing a brilliant job. All of a sudden, all that is worth nothing. It's just very heartbreaking for the actual players.
I don't know if it's heartbreaking for the players. I mean, with all due respect to the players, if they were lied to, fine. But if they weren't lied to, you got to take your whack. You do the crime, do the time.
You've got some teams though making a statement coming into the finals. So you look at what Collingwood have done. Port with their comeback. You've got Richmond getting over the Hawks. The Kangaroos trying to do whatever they can to get there. Fremantle, their pressure against Carlton was just absolutely unbelievable.
And we said last week who are the teams that have a chance at the flag. Are you both still saying they have no chance at the flag?
Well, Freo are in 4 now.
Okay, how about this? Does Collingwood have a chance at the flag? They kicked 20 goals against 5th place Essendon.
No.
You don't give them a
I
chance?
give them no chance at the flag.
Okay.
Only because I actually think they've got a good team with a good midfield.
Beebs is back now.
But once again, they were overwhelmingly good a few years ago when they beat Saints. But they only run one way. None of them run backwards. You got to at some point put some defensive pressure on.
I don't think so.
This is why they get scored so heavily against. It's just.
I think there's too much emphasis placed on defensive pressure in a game where you need to kick 20 goals.
You don't need to kick 20 goals. Freo has been smashing teams, right? But what did they kick on the weekend?
17.
They kicked 17, right? And they won. And that's an aberration for them.
Over 30 scoring shots. Not bad.
Yeah, they're playing Carlton once again. Not a decent team, but they will lock Collingwood down. Collingwood they'll win it 75-58 in a final against Collingwood.
All right. All right. Let's do our tipping.
All right.
Let's have a look what's happening.
Vova, it seems you're coming last. We might give you the first.
Do you want to do the official drum roll? Wonderful.
Sound effects brought to you by John.
By bettingguru.com.au. All right, beautiful. I get the Hawks versus Saints. What poetic
you
justice!
Get first dibs on the on that game.
Exactly. Now,
Did you just do these in order of Friday to Sunday?
No. These are
I
actually
reached down the
randomly in the.
Okay.
So maybe you're right.
So this is going to be a little bit complicated for you.
Okay, so Hawks versus Saints. I don't think I'm in danger of you two matching my bet, but I've changed my mind just now. I'm taking Hawks at the extended line of -60.5 against the Saints. I think they'll pump us at Etihad.
Wow. Okay.
Jono?
No, we're actually going to go clockwise around the table, and the Guru will be making his bet. Now, he looks like he's making some swift changes. I think you might have stolen his bet.
Tell me
I'm loving this competition. This is brilliant. I love this competition.
No, I got Hawks 40 plus. So that's fine, right?
Yeah, I actually was thinking of taking the 40 plus, but yeah.
Hawks 40 plus. No more confident than that.
I'm going to go the other way. I'm taking the Saints at the plus line of 56.5.
It's a risky bet, and I'll tell you why. I think we have put a lot of pressure on, but key forwards kill us, destroy us, and you got two of the best. But anyway, I'm not talking
for lack of too many other options. It's either that or the Hawks head to head.
That would be a pretty weak bet. All right, Michael, betting guru.
All right, my turn.
We will get betting guru right one day for a whole podcast.
Okay, I got Richmond versus Brisbane.
That's the second game. This is amazing. These are coming out in order. Okay, we're going to put odds on the games coming out in the actual match order.
All right, I got Lions at the line, plus 32.5 at the moment.
That's -32.5, right?
No, that's the plus. Lions are underdogs. Richmond are favourite.
Okay.
Pretty good bet, isn't it?
Yeah, I got confused. Go ahead.
I'm going a really risky bet here. Richmond head to head.
Oh, I love this. We're all automatically just betting against each other. I'm going Richmond -32.5. I think they'll pump them.
So we've got the full spectrum there.
Do we do?
And only Jono's going to win. So we're letting the leader take us out slowly.
All right, Johnny.
No, if I win, the Guru could win.
Yeah.
Or if I win, Flava could win. All right.
Let's not complicate things.
Can I get Geelong Port?
Theoretically, me and Vova could win as well.
I'll give you 1 in 7 odds.
I got Adelaide North Melbourne.
Okay.
This is an interesting game over at Amy Stadium, but I'm taking North at the line of 3.5.
Damn it! I'm the first victim of the new system.
I'm kind of happy that the betting guru is the first one that got a job. We're all going to have the same bet. These two teams, along with West Coast, are the two teams that burnt me the most. But North won me last week, and I'm sticking with them out of faith. So I'm actually taking North at the extended line of -7.5.
Are we allowed to do that?
Yes.
Yeah, there's an extended line.
There's an extended line.
Alright, fine. Then I'll take North head to head.
Well, that's still paying $1.80.
If
That's
North
pretty
win
good.
by a point, this will be disgraceful.
Yeah.
if they win by 6 points.
5 points.
Yes.
That's what I want. 5 points. That'd be
horrendous.
perfect.
All right.
Vova.
My draw. Let me see what I can draw out here. Try not to reach in right down the bottom. All right. We've got Geelong versus Port, only missed it by 1. Okay. I think this for me was the hardest tip of the week because I think the line is just about spot on that one at -39.5. So I'm just taking Geelong.
That's the extended line.
Extended line. But I'm taking Geelong head to
No,
head.
the line is -39.5,
Really?
which is quite amusing because
Well, it's at skilled.
yeah, but looking at Sportsbet here, if you take the line of -39.5, which means Geelong need to win by 40 or more points, you get $1.92. But if you take Geelong at 40 plus, you only get $1.86.
All right, well, there's the tip for all you punters out there. Anyway, I'm taking Geelong head to head just because I've got no faith in anything happening in this game except for Geelong winning.
Scoundrel.
And Jono becomes the second victim. Betting guru. Guru. Radio silence.
Yeah, sorry. Was it me?
Yes.
I was just thinking how am I going to spend the money that I'm going to win from this competition.
You talk a big game, but you're second.
Alright. What was your
Geelong
tip
head to
after
head
all
has
that?
been taken.
Geelong head to head? Alright, I don't want it then. I want Port at the line.
You're going
Port at the line.
plus.
Wow.
Port plus a lot, 39.5.
Alright, well, I'm going to take Geelong minus 39.5.
Again, split. Alright, that's good. That's what we're aiming at.
There's going to be some unhappy bettors.
Alright, my
this week.
turn.
Yes, this is going to be very unhappy bettors.
Alright, I will take... We've got Essendon versus West Coast.
The game of the round.
Guru? Essendon has to bounce back, surely. Depending on what comes out between now and...
Or they just forfeit the match.
I'm going to take Eagles at the plus as well, even though it's only 19.5 points.
Huh?
Okay.
Risky bet was... Anyway, yeah.
Sorry?
I've got I've gone the other way. I've got Essendon at the line, minus 19.5.
We're doing this like it's like by magic. I've got Essendon head to head because I got no idea what this game either.
I wouldn't rely on that. They could all be out by next week.
What are you done with the little... Okay. Right.
With the official Betting Guru drawer. By the way, these will be available on the Betting Guru website for friends or family to buy this Christmas.
Sydney versus Collingwood. And I am taking Sydney head to head.
What's that paying?
That's paying $1. That's paying $1.42 at the moment. I think Sydney will win. I've got no idea how much they'll win by. If Collingwood bring the game that they bought last week, they could, they could go close. But I just don't think they'll get Sydney at the moment. Sydney in great form.
Hard to compare the Essendon and Sydney midfield. So
very true.
I'm going Collingwood plus 16.5. With no great faith at all, but
That's brilliant. I've got Swans minus 16.
oh my god!
So I've got completely different bets.
There's going to be some major pain this week from somebody. Probably
Well, I can go from last to first.
no chance. I'm going to go from last to even further last. All right.
Alright.
Alright, your turn again.
Next game, Vava.
All right. Let's have a look at this. Gold Coast versus Melbourne.
Oh, blockbuster. That actually is a blockbuster.
It is sad that in just over 12 rounds or whatever it's been, the odds have blown out so much from the original Melbourne Gold Coast match.
Yeah, where it was 50.
That is the observation I would like to make, which is why I'm going to take Gold Coast with a 36.5 point head start.
The other observation is Melbourne don't have a tagger, so get on Gary Ablett as your Supercoach captain.
Jordan
this week.
McKenzie's coming back.
Yes,
You really
the point stand. The point stands.
The point stands exactly.
He's fantastic.
Betting Guru, so I take it I've stolen your bet
Alan
here.
Ward
I'm taking the
scored
D's plus 36.5.
157.
The D's plus 36.5.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. I'm just.
You want to call me an idiot?
I desperately do, but it's a G-rated show.
Well, after you've taken Gold Coast at the line, I'm just taking Gold Coast head to head. That's all I've got left.
You don't have the balls to go 40 plus?
No.
Fair enough. Guru?
Alright, 2 games left. It's 50-50.
I can't remember which ones are left. There was a Freo game still left.
Alright, Carlton versus Bulldogs. Carlton versus Bulldogs. Which game is it? Oh, okay. I've got Blues head to head.
You bastard, you stole my bet.
Yes, at least I stole someone's bet.
I've got Carlton 1-39.
Well, I really think either team could win, which makes this bet quite tough. But I'm going to take Carlton minus 20.5, I think. This is so tough. No, I'm going to take Carlton minus 20.5, and I know I'm going to regret it afterwards. So I'm just going to change my bet right here. I think this could be a really good game, actually.
Alright, John, do you want to pick the last one? With using your brilliant memory, you can just tell me which game is left.
It'd be the Fremantle GWS game, would it not?
I don't know. Yes.
Woohoo! What do I win?
The right to bet first.
The right to bet first. Yeah, this is an interesting game. I'm going to go with what I believe the safe bet is Fremantle 40 plus.
No, you screwed me again.
Well, I think I am going to take Fremantle at the extended line of minus 73.5 this week.
It's the extended line 77.5.
At the normal line of minus 73.5. I have been burned by Brisbane last week.
But you've been burnt by Freo a few times as well.
Yeah, true. But they burnt me on winning by 2 miles, so I'm going to take them to win by more than I expect.
All right. So should I just take Fremantle at 1.001?
Save money. But you'd be forfeiting like $4.
You got to remember, GWS is coming off a big win,
which is why they will lose. They're all very happy with themselves. They got each one of them got laid 15 times this week.
So Fremantle 40 plus is gone.
Yep.
You can take them at the extended line.
77.5. Have Fremantle beaten anybody by that much this year?
Yes, Melbourne. I'm pretty sure. I think they're up by that much at half time.
You could go the other way. You could take GWS at the line of 73.5.
It's a decent bet, actually. Pavlich is back this week, I believe.
Not minus plus.
Even more reason to take the plus on GWS. Because Pavlich will break down in the first quarter and they'll be down a sub.
Yeah, just obviously we're doing this on Wednesday night, so we can't see the teams yet. You know what? I'm going to do it. GWS plus 73.5.
Well, this makes it a very interesting round of football. I'm looking forward to this in some ways, and I'm not looking forward to it in other ways.
Between you two squaring off in 2 Supercoach leagues and all our betting, there will be some angry SMSs being shot back and forth this week. I am looking forward to this week of football more than I have for a while, I think.
Yeah, I'm in Sydney tomorrow. Staying up late. I won't get the teams till Friday. Then I've got to make some quick decisions before the games happen.
I'm telling you, Jack Watts.
Jono's been trying to get me to put some
rubbish
rubbish players in this whole time.
It worked. You bought in Jack Watts at one point until Bobby yelled at you, and then you changed your mind.
We really need a Supercoach podcast.
I'm getting Dangerfield and Griffin. Dangerfield and Griffin coming in. Get worried.
Very good.
Jono, last comment on the podcast. Will Franklin stay at Hawthorn?
Yes.
Okay. That was quick. I thought you were going to have much more to say about it.
No, I just have a feeling now that the Hawks have done enough to get him, to keep him.
To get him. They're talking as if he's already left.
How much is enough? 3 million?
What's 3 million? He's probably given a 5-year contract at $1 million per. Surely.
What?
Surely he's taking at least a 4 or 5 year contract. Right?
If it was me,
Absolutely.
I'd never give Franklin a 5-year contract.
Not in a million years.
You just,
And I love the guy, but
you don't even know if he's going to be around in 2 years' time.
I'm pretty sure he's going to overdose before then.
Yeah.
Like,
Or
what's
something.
the overall? What's the
Drink
overall
driving
of
offence,
DMOD?
something.
No, that's
That's slander.
Unsubstantiated claims.
On Euphoria, what are you guys talking about? All right.
So, tell me Melbourne wouldn't love to have a Buddy Franklin in their team.
Who would get the ball to him?
Yes. There's no point in having a guy standing in the goal square doing absolutely nothing.
Well, he could
It's the Adelaide problem
he could
with
go to the
Dangerfield.
midfield and get the ball and kick it to himself.
Jono, it's the Adelaide problem with Dangerfield. He was played forward last week, kicked 2 goals in the first quarter, went into the midfield, had nobody to kick to, so he just tried to get the ball out of the midfield. But he either wasn't going down there after that, or he had nothing to kick to.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us, and we'll rejoin next week.
Bye.